there any piece of investment advice that you hear now or ever on that's just a real pet peeve of yours that drives you crazy?
Well, I will give you an example now where people are pouring money into what is a speculative asset class, and where I think a lot of people are likely to be hurt, and that is Bitcoin. The problem, I think, is that in some sense, Bitcoin is a terrible currency to use. Why would I want to go and buy my cup of Starbucks coffee with a currency that's up $2,000 or down $2,000 in a single day, and I have no idea how many Bitcoin I'm going to have to use to buy my cup of coffee? In some sense, it's so volatile, it's not really a useful currency. The problem is that it is useful for some purposes. If I wanted to trade in drugs, I think I would be absolutely delighted to use Bitcoin, where my purchases and sales would not be known to my credit card company or to my banker. Or if I had uh, uh, gone into the computer system of a company and basically had programmed it so it wouldn't work anymore, and I insisted on being paid a huge sum to unclog their computer system. In other words, ransomware. If I were in the business of ransomware, I think Bitcoin would be a terrific currency to use. So there are uses, and that's ultimately, I think, going to be Bitcoin's downfall, because governments are not going to allow that to keep on happening. So I think there's just enormous risk involved in Bitcoin. People say Bitcoin will be fine because there's a limited amount. There's not a limited amount of cryptocurrency. There are many other cryptocurrencies, and there'll be many more in the future. I'm not against technology. There will be government cryptocurrencies, but I think a lot of people are ultimately going to get very hurt by Bitcoin, which is now playing with a new high. And I can assure you, if it goes up to a new high, you're going to draw people in, the FOMO crowd. I can't miss this. And I'm afraid a lot of people are going to be hurt. So if I had something to suggest where I'm really worried, and what I think is actually the most bubbly of anything in the market, uh, that's the area that I would pick. I have no idea where Bitcoin is going. Could it go to $100,000? Absolutely. Could it go to 200,000? Absolutely. But what I am sure of is that a lot of people who think they know exactly what it's going to do, I'm afraid a lot of people are going to get hurt.